Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and today I'm doing an unboxing for the Lands of Evershade. Roscoe, you gotta move, buddy. My dog is also excited. Yes, a very, very rare unboxing on the channel. I used to do these more often, but then I kind of just hated the content because I just don't understand unboxings, and even still don't. But I'm extremely excited for this game, and just kind of wanted to do something until I can actually start the series on it, which should be very soon. This is the next big series that I'll be doing with Devin, who has been my long companion for my campaign games. He will be in on this one, so let's go ahead and crack this. This is a huge box. This might be one of the largest boxes that I've gotten in quite some time. And it's also going to be kind of, I'm taking the format of Board Game Co., where he kind of does his unboxings and ramblings. Kind of going to be doing that a little bit, as you do. But yes, so let's see. Ooh, okay. Trying to make sure there's not a million different bugs, because I live in Missouri, and yeah, apparently I think they're called like springtails or something. They're extremely harmless, but yeah, on packages around the summertime, you just get a million of those little bugs, and it's like, die! Alright. Boom! Throw that on the ground, throw this on the ground. Alright, so what do we first see? Well, apparently I got metal posters for this. Open here. That's usually what they give, and I almost never read it. But, let's see. Dear backer, once again we have the privilege of celebrating a moment when our new game reaches our players. Once again we hold our breath to hear the first stories of those. Okay, I don't really care. But last year marked the 10th anniversary of Awakened Realms. That's actually insane. Yeah. Case in point, a few years ago, a project like Lands of Evershade would have been impossible even for us. At its peak, the team working on this game was over twice the size of teams that previously delivered Aetherfields, ISS Vanguard, Tainted Grail, or Dragon Eclipse. Tainted Grail and Dragon Eclipse are phenomenal. ISS Vanguard, I think I've done the tutorial, and Aetherfields was a miss for me, a rare miss, but I've heard it actually got improved over time, so I've kind of been a little bit intrigued to give it another shot. But the project's ambition was just as large: to refine the best things about our campaign games and combine them with the best inspirations from RPGs, such as a complete character creation system and a fleshed-out, detailed setting, to give players freedom to pick among multiple standalone adventures and play them with 100% custom-built characters who are supported by colorful companions, and to make these adventures change in a way that makes all these choices meaningful. So, this means many people have already visited Evershade. Yeah. Nice! Yeah, so I'm very excited for this game. It seemed to be what could possibly be the perfect blend of a TTRPG and an actual campaign game. Alright, well, yes, so here's what I apparently got. Metal posters. Is this? It has some stickers on it to keep it shut. Hope I don't cut my wrist while I'm trying to do this. Okay. Oh, I actually got multiple. I ended up getting metal posters with the Lands, or not the Lands of Evershade, with the Stalker game. Oh yeah, that was another Awakened Realms game that I no longer have in my collection. Not that I thought the game was bad by any means, I just felt like I would probably never replay it. So let's see what we got here. Alright. We can all look at the metal posters. Now, where the hell am I even going to put these? I am running out of wall space. And wham! Ah, that's sexy. It's like they are definitely disc plates, but I don't know if they actually are working with disc plate on that. But that's a sexy poster right there. That's the board game cover. It definitely gives me Expedition 33 vibes, which if you've seen the cover of that game, this kind of gives me that vibe, which Expedition 33 is my favorite game as of this point in time. Finally beating up Bloodborne, even though, funny enough, I started playing Bloodborne again, and I was like, I don't know, this game, it's so good, but I don't know. I'm gearing up to do another playthrough of Expedition 33 as well. So then, what else do we got? Ooh, this is also pretty sexy. I like this one. Wonder what happened here. Massive crater in the middle of a city. That's hot. That's a hot way to live. And then the last one, which, like I said, I had no idea where I was going to hang these up. Because these are certainly worth hanging up. 100%. And last but not least, and it's upside down. Oh yeah, that one might be my favorite. I don't know, the box cover, the first one I showed, that one also was really good. This one's amazing as well. So cool. Got 3 disc plates that I will do something with, and then let's see. Let's just grab all the random stuff that I got. So metal coins. Okay, the looter Rotling is a little mini pack. What does it do? Optional objective that sometimes appears in battles and increases your chance of gaining additional loot. Oh, it's like okay. So it's like what they do in like Borderlands, or funny enough, there's a game. It's a very small indie game called Vampire Crawlers, and they have something like that where you just throw your deck at it or your cards at it to get XP. Neat. I will probably throw him in. And then, of course, the metal coins, which are just are sexy, because metal coins are always sexy. They're one of the few upgrades for a game that I never wish I didn't get. There are some upgrades like Grim Coven that they did with their acrylic tokens that I think are inherently worse than the cardboard. But metal coins are never that. All right. Let's see. So that's trash. This is... Rip this out. Hello! I'm in a great mood. Yeah, so with Lands of Evershade, it has been a long time. If I'm being completely honest, it has been a long time since I've been excited for a game. Which might lead a lot of people to think, wow, so you just have a lot of games and you just don't care when you get them. It's not necessarily that. It's just, I don't know. I've been in this weird, oh fuck, do I have a diorama? Hell yeah, holy shit, how much came in the first wave? Okay, so I got that. I got this. I got the acrylic pack. Hopefully it's not dookie. Are these the, okay, card. I didn't know I got sleeve cards. Alright, there's still more stuff in there. So, but yeah, like, normally when a game comes in, I'm like, okay, put on the pile of shit I have to get to. But lately I haven't been in the biggest mood to play board games. It's been, not through any, like, personal reasons, just whenever I have free time, my girlfriend and I we're wanting to do video games. Like, we just finished playing It Takes Two, then we played Split Fiction, and then we started the Uncharted series. And that was after we played all of those after having beaten Ghost of Yotei. So it's just been nice to go through and just relax and not have to sit at a table. But yeah, with this one, I was very, very excited to get it in. And I'm glad. This is one of also the rare times where I feel like I actually got a copy in early. Normally I have to wait forever to get it. Holy shit, I'm still unboxing stuff. Okay, and this is this is where all that weight's coming from, the actual core box. Okay. Yes, I think that is everything. So, let's see. Well, let's start with... Let's save the best for last, which is going to be the actual game. So, let's look at whatever the hell this is. An adventurer's notebook. Okay. Well, there's that. And then... Wow, it's a notebook. Okay. Cool. Well, oh, it has actually different art on the inside. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but it does have different art. Very faded art, but neat. And this is embroidered, so you can actually kind of feel where it's raised or whatever you call it. Neat. Don't know if I'll ever use this, but if it actually plays like an RPG, then I might. So what did I get? Creatures of Evershade. I'm pretty sure Wave 1 is like all the extra stuff, and then the core box, and Wave 2 is going to be the extra modules. And then at this point, they've already announced that they're making another game. I think it's called Scoundrels of Evershade. It has nothing to do with this. It's not like it's a set in the world of it, but it's, I think you're you're like kind of like pieces of shit that have to band together, almost anti-hero-esque is the very quick look at, because it's what's coming out on crowdfunding this year. Which originally I was annoyed because I'm thinking, oh, so you announced the game before this game was even delivered, but that was just what was being announced. So, Creatures of Evershade, then we have the Companions of Evershade, then we have the Followers Model Pack, then the Character Model Variety Pack. Okay, so it looks like alternate characters. Then we have Deluxe Dice and Dice Tray, then the Acrylic Pack, then we have the Song of Luada and the Ashes of Heavens. Nice. Are these... Okay, so these might be the other stories. Then what's in Wave 2? I might have to look that up. I'll pull up the crowdfunding stuff for it, because I'm not quite sure what else. Lands of Evershade. I thought the extra stories were coming. So let's see what I have. My pledge, my blade. Okay. New adventure, Dry Sea, the Dry Sea Odyssey, Lost in the Depths, Rotlands Crusade. Those three. Yeah, that's it. That looks to be it. Because I have the Three Metals poster. I have everything else. Okay, yeah, so there's 3 adventures that look to be in Wave 2. Cool! Yes. So let's, you know what, let's take a gander at all the extra components before taking a look at that. But yeah, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. I imagine that this is going to be one of the hotness games that people are going to be checking out. But my channel is primarily focused on a lot of campaign games. I kind of slightly pride myself on actually playing through an entire campaign, especially if we like it. Or, you know, giving it its fair go. Because now, you can agree or disagree with this, but I believe that a lot of reviewers play, like, because they're clearly more popular than I am, and have way more followers and have more commitment because it's actually their job. I fully believe that there's a lot of big reviewers that don't play that far into a campaign. I think because there's some that whenever I hear the reviews, I'm like, yep, I remember thinking that exact same thing, about as far as I believe they got into it. And then the further you go into a campaign, sometimes it just falls apart. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes people can just absolutely love it. But when I hear people raving about a game, I'm thinking, and it could just be because I didn't like it as much as them, but I'm thinking, man, did they really play through that whole thing? How? How could they have possibly played through that entire campaign when it says it's 80 to 100 hours and they have millions of games they have to play? Like, there's no way. And they all have families and shit. It's like, yeah, you're not playing through these. So these are the Companions of Evershade. So it looks like it comes with 4 companions. This looks to be a Expands your possible choices of companions to join you in your adventures. These loyal allies will support you in tactical battles and enhance your exploration experiences. To use this expansion, add Divine Familiar, Dimrot Snail. I want the snail. Servitor, or I want Servitor. And Luminescent Mothling to the pool of pet companions. Neat. And it kind of goes over what their introduction is. And I guess there's actually some story stuff you can do with them. Neat. So what do we have here? Well, those are camp cards. I'm not gonna go through every single card, even though I'm gonna have to sleeve them. And I hope their insert works for sleeves. Normally, what they do, which is not a terrible thing, is they kind of have a lot of stuff end up going into the sleeve box as a storage solution, and then other stuff fits in there. But they can level up. All right, so we got the Darkness Mothling. That's pretty hot. That's super cool. And there's 3 versions of them: the Darkness Mothling, the Blazing Mothling, and the Luminescent Mothling, along with their minis. Let's see. The Mothling is probably gonna be the one that looks like a moth. And yeah, their sun-dropped nature is just so good. Then we have Servitor of... these might actually... So we have Servitor, like a little... I don't know what he is. I was going to say crab, which I guess he could be. That's the closest thing. Does he have a monocle? He has like a lamp as a thing, almost like a... anglerfish. Neat. Yeah, here's his little mini. If you can have pets in this game, that'd be so dope. I wonder if you can start out with a pet. Then we have the Dimrot Snail. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want as my little guy. So there he is. That's his mini. And then last but not least, we got... What's funny is they call it a Divine Familiar. He's also cool looking. Almost like a Pegasus cat. But he's also super tiny. They're all tiny. Yay. Definitely gives me the Dragon Eclipse vibes. Oh, I'm done. Okay. Neat. Yeah, I will be including them into my campaign. And then they have standees, which I will not be using. That sounds disgusting. Oh. It doesn't fit. Okay, how did this go back in here? Was it all in here? It might have been. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying was, yeah, so I pride myself on playing through a bunch of campaign games. My channel has kind of become, a campaign channel. So, I already bent it because I tried to close the tuck box. So we'll do that first. That works out better. And yeah, I've just been getting a lot of stinkers lately for some campaign games. We've played, I think I've played through 3 campaign games since we paused Alien Trespass Odyssey, which normally is still my favorite game right now. And we paused it just because, we just wanted to take a break to hop into a bunch of other campaign games that were piling up. And yeah, they've just been like poop after poop. Just nothing that was really landing. Not that I was necessarily comparing it to ATO. But, we paused it because Kingdoms Forlorn was coming in. And that one was, okay, we can pause ATO here, we finished Cycle 2, now we can hop into their other game. And that one just was not doing it for us at all. Even though Wave 2 for that, this is the Acrylic set, by the way. Wave 2 for that sounds like it could make it amazing. So we'll see if it does. But yeah, we paused that. Didn't quit. I still have it. You guys can't see it, but it's up on top of my shelves. And then we went to Dante Inferno. That game was fucking atrocious. Okay, well, I can definitely say that the acrylic tokens for this are significantly better than what I've seen. Even though, I guess I should keep these off to the side so we can compare them. But from what I've seen in other videos, these look relatively legible. Although I don't know what the hell these are. I actually do know what some of these are from watching the how to play videos. But, which is actually kind of surprising that the Grim Coven acrylic tokens were as bad as they were. Because most of the time, I think that was the first time the acrylic tokens were inherently worse. Yeah, these are essentially your XP markers. They go into your XP slot, and ooh, that's satisfying. And whenever you gain enough XP and you hit the next mark, then you get to take it. That's how you know you're ready to level up. And these are, I don't know what these are. I will find out for sure. Okay, these are what are they called? Terror. Yeah, terror markers. These are actually kind of nice. If we get up real close, they're etched differently. And I actually kind of like the holder here for it. Doing a pretty good job. These are for your divine markers, so you know what divine dice to roll. Oh no! And then these are for your temporary buffs. And they're very nice. I actually like the color, like pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, they're very legible at a glance. So they did a good job on the acrylic tokens. I can't imagine a reason, unless they don't fit on the player boards, which would be very shitty if they didn't. But yeah, very happy with the acrylic tokens. And what's nice is the actual vacuum sealed tray didn't crack. I don't know, that always bugs me. So I can actually keep this, and hopefully someone soon, I doubt it's probably gonna be a bit, but hopefully someone can make a 3D insert for it. But very nice, very good acrylic set. Oh yeah, let's look at the diorama. I didn't even know I was getting this either. Yeah. Oh, I don't have it anymore. I had the diorama for Stalker, which I've never played the Stalker video games, so whenever I back that game, which again had a lot of really cool elements to it, that game was not necessarily a dud. Because it was a campaign, or it had the flow of a campaign, but not enough replayability. And I know people said that the one-shots were solid. I don't know. That one just was a game that I enjoyed a lot of the systems, but I didn't necessarily think I was ever going to play it again. And I ended up trading it to someone for like basically a completely finished, unmatched collection. The only thing that I didn't have in unmatched was Deadpool, so I think I made out very well. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells so good. So here's the big piece of the diorama. It looks sexy as hell. Let's see, how am I getting you in? Okay, I'm guessing this is... Oh, just please snap in and don't break. Okay, I can't tell if that's... No, I don't think that's actually the way. I think this might be the way it goes. Okay, yes. And it fits snugly in. And... Oh, yeah. But doesn't feel like it's loose. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. With its wings. This is hot. Oh, dude, yeah. I'm so stoked. I don't know what the hell... First of all, I don't know what the hell that was. But then it has 4 characters that you actually put in on... Oh, really? Just anywhere. Cool. So we'll put him there. Put the rogue in the back with the caster. Cool. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, I know you can't really tell. They all blend in with the terrain, but I'm actually surprised. I wouldn't necessarily call this a diorama. The Stalker was definitely a diorama, but I like how you can have the party in different spots for them. Very nice. And I actually have a spot for it where the Stalker one was. But like I said, I am rambling. I was kind of going off on, oh yeah, how I'm actually legitimately excited for this one, because whenever this came in, I actually was very giddy about it, which I have not been giddy about a game in a long. I don't even think I was really all that giddy when Kingdoms Forlorn came in, and I don't know what it was about this one. And you can tell whenever you're excited for a game, whenever you're getting stoked to play it from how to play. And I watched Easy Board Games. I was watching that, and he does such a great job on how to play videos. And I was like, yeah, no, I want to play it. I want to get in on it. And then for a split second, Devin, the guy I'm playing this with, messaged me. He's like, hey, are you available? Because we're playing on, it's Sunday right now, and we're playing on Tuesday. And he's like, are you available Wednesday? Which is when I work. And I was like, no. And luckily he didn't cancel or anything. I was like, dude, I'm going to be so upset. So here's the deluxe dice set and dice tray. Ooh, are they metal? They have metal dice? Oh shit, the gold ones are metal. Ooh, another kind of storage solution. So this is... okay. So this is similar to a lot of those dice trays that Cloudspire is so famous for. Not necessarily famous, but these are the ones that you typically see. The neoprene ones with the cover. It is a very nice cover. I like it a lot. The hard part is... AI, but I am about to talk about AI. Awakened Realms, not necessarily got in trouble. It clearly doesn't affect their bottom dollar. But from my understanding, and you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, they do AI for concept art, which I'm not about to go into a debate on, the use of AI. But it does kind of make you look at their stuff and think, oh man, this cover's amazing, that those disc plates I have are awesome. Okay, but did they actually make it? And you want to hope that they do. But, ooh, these are very, very sexy D12s. D12s? Yes. D12s. And I got a lot. Dope. Now let's see how they roll! Alright, how many... Well, I got no 12s. So, oh yes I did. I got 1 12 there, and I got a 1 1. So, overall, pretty good. Okay, now let's see how long it takes before I get a 12. Okay. Nope. No. Oh, there we go. Alright, video's over. No, very nice. Good storage solution there. And then, we get to go... Damn it. There we go. Take a look at the Divine dice, which I think these are metal. And they are all individual. They are metal. Hot. Although I actually really don't like metal dice. I like the way that they look, and I like the way that they feel, but I hate using them for D&D or tabletop RPGs. I always feel like it rolls... that they just roll terribly. But you have a full set, full D20 set here, and these are used. I love the gold for them to represent, I don't know, the divinity that you're getting blessed with. Because there's an element in the game where for certain attacks or certain effects, you also get to roll an additional certain type of die, which could be a D4. Oh, wow, they actually rounded off the... You're definitely not going to be able to see that. But they rounded off the D4. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Because normally they're just pinpoint sharp. Yeah. But I will say, I think rolling these with those is going to feel... Well, you know, let's find out. Let's, well, first of all, first roll ever on camera of my D20. It's a 5! That does not bode well. But let's say I'm rolling 4 of these dice. Oh, yeah. And you just feel the difference, and there we go. Oh, nat 20! Nat 20 second roll, and then 2 ones on the regular dice. But that is 100% a nat 20. These are actually very nice, though, because you can clearly read them. That's the other problem with a lot of metal dice is they're just not legible. I know there was one buddy of mine who got a D20 set, and every single time he rolled, he had to grab it, and it's just like, dude, just use different dice. You can't even read them. Okay. Very nice. And you just roll it up and put it back in. Don't know. I mean, I'm probably going to have to use this, especially if I am going to be sleeving the cards. But yes, very much like the deluxe dice. That diorama is awesome. All right, what do we got next? The character model variety pack. So yeah, I don't know what it says. I think a lot of it, it's weird, because I was going to do this as a separate video, but you, which I still could, but I was having some interesting thoughts on whether or not running a YouTube channel, even one as small as mine, takes away from enjoyment of said whatever you're running it for. So in this case, board games. I've heard the same thought process behind people who do Let's Play channels for video games. Alright, the character model variety pack. So I'm guessing these are just different... Damn it, how do I get you out? There we go. These... Oh, wow. So they give you different... Almost, they kind of look like bus standees for the different types of races you can be. And you're kind of meant to find one that best represents your character. Or this could be one for pre-built characters. But, ooh. Let's see. With this add-on, you will receive miniatures representing sculpts C and D for each of the 7 major races and a set of new portraits to match them. Oh, is it... Okay, it might be male and female versions of them. So now it looks like you have 4 total models to use for your classes, which is pretty sweet. So let's see, what do I got? We got... Ooh, I did almost... So we have an elf. That is their elf versions. Then... I'm not going to show all of them. Then we have humans. Let's see, where are the... Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, their minis are always phenomenal. That's one of the humans. Looks like the female human. So that's the female. Then we're going to go to... what the hell's a blank? Well, blank is this guy, which is very nice. And then, so we have Alfs, Humans, Blanks, Failings. Let's see. Where is one of the Failings? I'm trying to take a look. Well, I kind of wanted to show the one that was... I don't think that's it. Nope, that's definitely not it. Is it you? It looks like it. Okay, yeah. So, that's her. And the picture looks a little bit different. It looked like she had more flowing, whatever, cloth. Then we got the Schwewicks. Schwewicks. And that is going to be... Is that one of him? They look like little rat creatures. And I know nothing about any of these. I know the Alfs are their take on elves. But I know... I think they sent out stuff that you could have read, but I didn't read any of that. Then we have Bolgrims. Yeah, I want to show this guy. Yeah. Kind of looks like what were they called in Dragon Age? Quinari? That's the closest to that I get. And then last, which I know 100%, is what Devin's going to play. There's no way he's not, is the Dwarves, which is kind of like their dwarf. So, and you can play 2 for each class. You can play 2 of the same class. So I thought it could be fun. It might be terrible for team comp, but maybe it could be fun to play like 2 dwarves as brothers. I'm very curious as to how big the RPG element is going to be. I know in the tutorial, from what I saw, there's some very little role-playing element, but I'm extremely curious how much they're going to integrate it. Because another game that does, I think, a really good job of kind of allowing for some role-playing element is Iridia, which is still very much, okay, here's a character, read from this, but it kind of gives you quirks about them, demeanors, how they're acting, and it allows you to do very light role-playing, which I think is a great entry point for that, because I know when you're trying to play a new TTRPG, it can be very overwhelming to try and roleplay and talk in character and react in character and not take outside information. There's just so much that goes into making a good tabletop RPG session. Because a lot of times I'll have people who will be like, oh, I walk up to the guy and I say this, and then they'll just talk. And it feels just very unnatural whenever you want to talk in character. Alright, what is this? By the campfire during the long Evershade nights, many truths come to light and many secrets are uncovered. Bring your followers to life both in your camp and on the battlefield using this collection of unique follower-specific sculpts that can be used as alternative characters or NPC models. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. I'm going to keep this face down. So who do we got here? So I wonder what they mean by that. We're using it as follower-specific. So if you end up getting someone who could be a follower, well, let's take a look at some of these. So this one is Veta the Bard. So they do have bards. Man, but that's the thing. That's always the hard part about games like this is when the way my character concepts go is I come up with the idea of the character and then I think about the build, which some people might think that's very obvious. But I'll think of, okay, I want to play, I don't know, what was one of the last characters? I want to play a gunslinging, well, actually, my last character, that's the opposite of what I did. The last character I built, which ended up being kind of a dud, was I want to be a gunslinging skeleton. And then I had to make up a backstory. But typically I'll make up the backstory first. And this character was Agdur Thana the Barbarian. But I'll make up the backstory first, and then I'll think of what type of character actually works best for that. This is Rogust the Moon Shield. Ooh, he looks badass. And because I feel like whenever you're trying to actually make a character, if you can give them kind of a reason to be there, you have a whole lot of... You just get a lot more out of it. These models are awesome. Who's this guy? Casimir the Fighter? Whoops. And one of the best characters I ever made was actually a trio, part of a trio that I made backstories for with 2 other people, and we were siblings, and that just gave all 3 of them so much more depth because we worked on our characters together. And I think one of the hardest parts about just TTRPGs is trying to give a reason why your characters would stick together, besides the fact of, well, we want to play the game. So I've always enjoyed, or I've always thought it's better to make your characters know each other. Okay, so this is Creatures of Evershade, which is elites and bosses and minions. Okay, let's take a look at some of these guys. Just take a look at the back of this. Some of these are going to look sexy as hell. Okay, Creatures of Evershade. Pop these. Oh, shit. No, I can't. I tried. Okay. So now, I can tell you what some of these are. So this one that I immediately saw, because of the red, that is awesome. I need more games to start doing stuff like this. I've always thought that was awesome. This is the Gaping Dragon from Dark Souls 1. Nope, this is Luada's Nightmare. And it does look like a nightmare. Then we have the Moonlight Butterfly, also from Dark Souls 1. No, I don't know. Actually, it almost looks like a face hugger. Sexy. Sexy. This is a Fat Array. Of course it is. Of course it's a Fat Array. Don't know what the hell this thing is. This is a very tiny guy. This is Blork. And he's actually the final boss. That would be wild. How does he go back in? Alright, then we have this dude. He looks sick as hell. That blue, yeah, that faded blue is awesome. This is Figment of the Archivist. I wonder how much of these are repeat bosses, or if these are if we'll never even see some of these. Again, this game has some ambition, I think. If you're trying to actually make it like a TTRPG, how much control do players have, or is it, well, you get to roleplay every now and then, but we're still keeping you on rails, you know? That was Divinum Fiend. And let's do one more, because one, I don't want to make this video any longer than it's going to be, and two, yeah, I just don't... My arms will get tired. Oh, there's somewhere the wing. Where are the wings? Oh, they go in the. Oh, it might actually be what this thing is. The Dracolich, which. Oh, okay. His body's right here, so the wings go down there. Let's show one of the little dudes, the little minion guys. Actually, let's show the ones that are blue over here. Which these things are. Vestigals, so these are kind of like little minions. Nice. And they actually... Oh, no, they do look like what I saw. Because there's also goons. Cool. And a very nice insert for them. So far, I don't have any complaints with the way things are looking so far. I'm very, very happy with the miniatures and the extra followers and the dice. Those are all sexy as hell. And the diorama. Okay. Then, I want to open these. I don't know if I will open the extra stories, mainly because I don't think they're ready. In the app. Oh, dang it! There's a cover for this because the game does run an app. Okay, thank God I didn't break it. That would have bummed me out. But how are you fitting back in like so? And that's why you have the lid. So that shit doesn't happen. But yeah, so the game does use an app to, I think, manage a lot of stuff. And also, I think it has voice acting in it. Or voice narration. And I think the Song of Wada and Ashes of Heavens, I don't think those are ready yet. So, without further ado, we can go into the core box for the Lands of Evershade. Let's just... You know, for a Zacto knife, you would think it'd be sharper. Oh man, did my box actually come in good condition? No corner dings? Oh man. I am not seeing any corner. This is where I turn it around. There's just a massive hole. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah, I am not seeing any corner ding. Oh, nope, there it is. There it is. I was fooled. It's very minor, and at this point, it just doesn't affect me. Alright, let's take this bad boy off. Awakened Realms changed the game. Nice. Oh, yes, there's that new board game smell. Okay, so we have the pouches for the characters. I'm aware of what these are. Not a big fan of tuck boxes because they just get worn out. These are some of the character portraits you can use. Start here! Don't mind if I do. Okay. Welcome to Lands of Evershade, a board game adventure where your party will take your custom-created characters to one of many available standalone stories. This game uses hundreds of cards and tokens, and storing them before play will significantly improve your experience. Before you do anything else, follow the instructions on this sheet. Okay! Yes, let's do that. Here's the rulebook. Very standard, 40 pages. Large pictures, combat example. Enemy activation, characters, setup, core concepts, component list, sexy. Well, throw that away. We have a map of the Fade Lands. Hot, 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 hot. We have this thing, which definitely reminds me of Dragon Eclipse with this. I think this is the camp sheet. I think so. If I'm not mistaken, which I very much might be. I could have sworn this was for the camp sheet, where you just slide this in like so. And that whenever you make camp upgrades, you just slot them in, which would be very, very cool. The secret sheet, keep your stack of sheets under this cover to avoid accidental spoilers. Oh yeah, this is for, this covers the, the different locations you can go to. All right, so this is why the lid lift was so high. This is all of the this is all the punch board stuff. Okay, because I do want to kind of actually do that, the guide on camera. So starting adventure into the White Well. So I think this is the adventure book, and this is where you put the secret sheets. So, well, let's go ahead and we'll hold off on that because maybe the sheet will tell us. So this says, set the following aside: a 2-part story track, the player's handbook and rulebooks cover sheet. 5 save trays with character boards and hotbars. All 3 adventure boxes with their content. Okay, so set those aside. Take the first 4 punch boards, marked EN1 and EN4 in the bottom right corner. They mostly contain items. The items come in 5 types to fit different equipment slots of the character board. They can be identified by their size: hand, head items, chest items, feet items, and small items. Each item type additionally comes in one of 5 rarities, which is basic, common, uncommon, rare, and quest. Punch all item tokens and sort them into 25 separate stacks. Okay. Well, why don't I do that? Oh, are these the save things? Oh, and they're raised, so I bet you can put like cubes and stuff in them. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. Shut up, phone! Are they... No, okay. Yes, I'm very excited to see. So they have the hot bars in there as well. That was one thing that Isofarian Guard did extremely well, was its save system. And nowadays, for large campaign games like this, you need a save system. If you don't, then your game's going to get very difficult to actually play and bring out to the table. So, now, dang it. So it said take the first 4 sheets, EN1 and EN4. Where? Oh, I see. It says it down at the bottom right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, set all that to the side. And I'll just show you so here's one tray of items, and then their backs, which have a bunch of stuff on it. Oops. And said break it up into, what was it, 25 separate stacks, 1 stack for each rarity of each type. Okay. I see now. Are they broken up into... So they are broken up into colors. So I guess I'll just break them. Hopefully they have a spot for each of these colors in the insert. So I'm just going to break them up into their colors first, and then into their rarities. So it seems like for their items, they're going for the Iridia approach, where they're not cards, they're actually physical components. So we have circle, 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 which those are basic. Are these all going to be basic? They might be. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I figured that the different sizes, okay, these seem to be all basic. Which makes my job a little bit easier. Neat. Yeah, getting that secondary camera makes things a lot easier for stuff like this. Back in the day, I had a tripod that would sit behind me, and I'd have to be very careful, and that thing has been knocked over many times, but God, it was awful. So now the system I have is definitely better. Not quite what I wanted. I'd much rather have almost like a dentist thing where they move the light around, or a ceiling mounted one, but I'm not gonna mount something like that to my ceiling. Well, actually, that's not true. I definitely would. I just don't know how to. Okay, so all of these they're triangles. That means they're common. So we got common items here. Then the orange are probably going to be uncommon, would be my guess. And that would be square. Yep. And you can tell that because on the back, where it says all the text, there's the size right there, and that shows the rarity. But it also seems as if it is color based as well. But I'm guessing it's to help colorblind people. But I think the colors are pretty distinct. I'd be surprised, but I'm not colorblind, so I guess I don't really know. And this is diamond, which is rare. And then we have... The only one I can think of that might be confusing is, say, like, this is silver, almost. But, I mean, that's the quest one. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, got it. Now we got the different sizes. 2, 3, 4, 5 of items. Oh, and here's some of the items there. Here's some armor and stuff. Different types. It is always intriguing to me how they're going to go about the character builds besides how you build them, you know. Because a lot of campaign games like this, I think, really drop the ball on making character builds fun. Because they're just way too limited. And let's see. Now, these are the same size. 3, 4, 5, 6. As this one, and those are quest items. Like a good example of, the best example I think of complete character freedom on builds is Madara. Madara has just killed it for character builds, at least in my opinion. But then there's other games like Iridia that does, I think, a pretty solid job with character builds. Still being a little bit restrictive, but not too restrictive to where you get just bored of your character immediately. So far, and Iridia does the same concept of having cardboard tokens or cardboard pieces as your items. Let's see. So then, here's even more items. Set this one off a little bit. So I think these are the basic ones. Yes, they are. Oh, okay. I see. I see what we're doing. So we got the small... Yeah, we got the small items, then we have the helmet items, and the armor items, and then the hand items. And then feet items will be next. There we go. And so far, yeah, we got a decent, very, very good selection here. The other thing that's going to be intriguing is how frequently we're going to level up. Because I think some games have you level up too quickly, and other games really drag it out. Which is also kind of a hard thing. I know some people just like the level up nature, and I think that works for... I almost think that works better for one-shot games, not campaign games. But I also don't necessarily like to stay at a certain level for too long. It just depends. It almost has to feel earned. I know in my old D&D group, every 5 seconds after every session. Did we level up? Did we level up? It's like, we didn't fucking do anything to level up. Why are you asking? What, we had one fight where that was a joke of a fight? Why would we level up? So, yeah, I've never been a fan. But at the same time, I've always just been into the story more than anything. So, if we could just sit around and role play, I'd rather do that than just have a shit ton of combat all the time. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. So we got all of those organized, and this stack of items is pretty solid. Then it says, key punch out and sort remaining tokens. Okay. So now, okay. Here's the remaining tokens. These are, this is actually interesting. I think these are for the day track whenever you're actually out adventuring, and they have different ones instead of the same one. So that's kind of, there's a weather track. Start for events. Wow. Okay. That's cool. And, ooh, perfect. Yes. I don't know if I'm going to be punching all of these out because I have the acrylic ones, but here's a good example of the divine ones. And they would have slotted in on in a spot on your character sheet. But I think I'm going to set these off to the side because I'm going to most likely use the acrylic tokens. So I don't need to punch them up. But it did say punch out all the other stuff. Now here's more things for your character builds. Yeah. So that, do I want to punch those? Yeah, character tokens. What am I doing next? Hopefully, yep, I am slotting them into the trays, which makes sense. Okay. Move the advanced and expert adventure tokens to appropriate event. The core box punch boards contain some items and time tokens used only by the Ashes of Heaven's advanced adventure and Song of Luna expert adventure. Find them and place them in their respective adventure boxes. Do not remove any components from these. Oh, okay. I got it. So those will go into these off to the side. So interesting. They call them an advanced adventure and an expert adventure. I wonder what that means. Do not remove any components from these adventure boxes. Got it. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's actually be a little bit more proactive and start putting stuff away. So, yes, these are all empty. I think this one is for the items. So we can put those right here. Flip this around. And how do they have it? So they have it upside down. I'm going to take your drink of my coffee. That's still insanely hot. Okay. Let's see. This tray contains tokens and small components that you need to retrieve a couple of times per play session. It is modular to help you keep it on the table during play. Place the modular second tray on top of the loaded first tray. Follow the visual instructions below to fill it. So we have... what are these? Are these the character models? Yes, they are. Then we have this one for the standees. Oh, I see. Okay. So let's do this one first. Nope, we still need one more. This one. And hopefully you guys can still see it. If not, I will show it to you. Okay. And hopefully everything fits as it should. So here is where universal tokens are going to go, or the universal markers. These are the initiative discs that are both white and black. So we got the black one, we got a white one, and then some of them are dual. And those, I think, go right in there. So let's see. So we'll do black ones first. That's a dual. This is a dual. This one's a dual. All right. I wonder how many times I'm gonna grab a token from the bag and think it's a certain color when it's actually just gonna be a dual token. Okay. Then we have the white going there, and the dual tokens go in there. Nice. All right. So that worked. Hopefully I don't have to use these disgusting bags. What are these? Oh, okay. More universal markers. They are clear, and they will just go in the spot that those are going to go in. Then we have the terror tokens. I should actually grab the acrylic set, because I'm going to need the acrylic tokens. Where are they? Found it. And it'd be really cool if the acrylic tokens fit in here. Which something tells me they're not gonna. Because they made this. But we shall see. Actually, so we can test it right now. So here are the terror tokens. And they are supposed to go there. Alright, well, so far so good. Then we have the Brill tokens, which are actually the metal, I think they're the metal coins. That's the currency in the game. Okay, let's grab my knife and just cut that. And then move it away so I don't accidentally stab myself. Alright, throw that down there. Oh no! Oh, okay. Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh, hot. And those go right in there, and they fit. I can actually show you guys. The design on it. It's times like these where I wish I did that Rado thing where I had a green screen off to the side where I can just put it over. But I'm lazy and I don't want to do that. Alright, then we have the, what do they call them? Oh, boon tokens, that's right. Those go right in here. Okay. I'm getting excited that it might actually fit. Okay, now where do the... Oh, you know what? I bet you the level up tokens, the XP stoppers, I bet you those go on the player trays. And then we have fate tokens. These are these. Where are you stuck? There we go. Just your standard discs. They're pretty opaque. Those just go right here. And that's actually it for those. So far they are fitting the acrylic tokens. The other ones I don't have a spot for them yet. I don't know where they go, because the rest are just standee stuff, and then the items, and then we have the condition tokens. What are the condition tokens? Oh, yeah, condition injury. They're the red. Yeah. So, okay, so luckily the rest are just the bust. So these are the condition tokens, which injury, 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 injury. I think that's all they say. Oh, injury and trauma, and those go in the middle. Injury, 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 injury. And then, so you have injury, you have trauma, and then you have dim rot. Those are the conditions. So they didn't go overboard with the different condition types. All right, and then it looks like that. So very nice. Happy with that. I'm glad I don't have to have a separate thing so far. And then these are, yeah, so we have the pegs for the health. We have the standee markers. Not sure if I'm going to use those. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the armory. Okay, so like so, it looks like helmet item tokens. Where do they say? Do they have a spot for quest? Current adventure. So right here is the current adventure tokens, quest and time tokens. So, I mean, I'd be surprised if it all fits. There's no way. With the, yeah. So, because then the basic don't fit. So do the quest, unless it's current adventure tokens. Okay, so yes, so the quest tokens do not go in there. So it should fit. It does, but barely. All right, so then you put the quest items in there. Although, well, yeah, because then now it's the armor, which again, I'll just put the armor in that. Then we got the rare, uncommon, common, and basic. Yeah, luckily it has a lid that'll go over it, so it should stay. And then these are the quests for those, so I'll just put those there. And, oh, the long ones. Yeah, long ones are going to be a little bit weird, so we'll put those there. It's going to have to split. So we'll kind of have to get creative, which, I mean, I'm not too worried about. As long as it just, I don't have to put shit in bags, is kind of where I come from nowadays. And, damn it. Alright. Cool. Cool. So those are going there. Those don't fit. So the feet items go in. Weirdly enough, the feet items kind of have like their own spot. Oh, whoops. Gotta do rare. Uncommon. And you might be thinking, why am I doing it upside down? That's how the picture is. Uncommon, and then... okay, I hate it. See, now I hate it. Now I hate how it doesn't... how they don't fit. Alright. And then I just got sidetracked. HP tokens, extra HP markers go in there. So what are you supposed to do? So that just looks like, yeah, just regular items go in there. Because where else would you put, I mean, unless, yeah, I don't know, where else would you put all the extra stuff? Because there's a million different... Unless the basics don't go in here. The tray contains... Do the basics not go? Are the basics maybe just what you start with? And you actually... And there's just a bunch of those, but you don't actually get them. You just start getting common. That would make some sense. So because in the picture, this is the picture I'm following, by the way. In the picture, it doesn't say. Oh, actually. Yeah, no, the basics are not in here for the hand or the small. Got it. Okay, so the basics just must be probably for character creation, maybe. And there's a bunch you can pick from. So I will just keep those off to the side. Because here's how many basics of the small items that are left. So I was thinking, where are they expecting me to put those? It better not be in bags. Okay, so these are basic hand items that can now be on their own. And yes, that makes me feel better, because then this is basic armor, which maybe the basic armor and stuff goes in there, and then basic hat. All right, and then of course you have the quest items. All right, well, that hopefully works out like so. Then we have this tray, which will have your characters. What goes in those spots? Enemy effect tokens. What the hell are enemy effect tokens? Empty, blocked, dangerous, is that it? Oh, that's right, you have your own effect tokens, which are probably going to go into the tray. So these are your character skills, those go into the main tray, which I haven't looked at yet. All right, good. So these are skills and stuff that we will not be putting away just yet. Oops. Then we have the character. We have some of the character busts. We have some of the enemy standees, which again I won't be using because I have the sexy miniatures, but those I will put away because I don't know where else I'd put them. So enemy standees, and then standee bases. Then we have HP dials as well. So the standee bases go right in here. And I actually don't mind standees for a lot. Actually, is this right? It is. Well, is it? Hold on. Activation tokens go there. Then, what am I looking at? These standees. Well, actually, okay, so the circle one. So here's the numbered things, and then actually, I don't know what these are. Those I might actually need, but here's the XP blockers. So these go in. Where do they go? Because now the pictures. Oh no, okay. Yeah, they go in here with the round tops. Ooh. Okay. Yes, and holding off on that, because then the enemy effect tokens, which should be these square ones that I saw somewhere will go into there. I don't know why I just covered up my little sheet. Okay. Because now here are more of like the, I'm guessing the Goon minis. Which F-E. Do those even, so they'll just go, they'll just slot in there. D, C, B, A. Nice. Wonder if all these are actually gonna fit. They should. Although again, I don't plan on using these. Looks like they can hold 2 of each type of mini, or not mini, of standee. Although there weren't that many goons from what I recall. F, E. I'm curious how many people actually prefer standees over miniatures. And F. So we got those were the goons. Yes, and I'm almost done with that. Cool. And then it looks like just a bunch of the rando peeps. Ow. Dang it. They'll go like that. Ah, very nice. And whatever the hell these are, these very tiny ones that will just slot somewhere in there. These might be your companions, but that is another tray down. Hot. And then these are probably, yeah, these are going to be the big ones. Oh, cool. It did fit. Is this one going to fit? It does! Very nice. Hot. Oof. That's sexy. And then it actually has a spot for the does it? I thought it did. Oh yes, it does. Like so. Because I don't think he put the bus in here. And this down here. So where were those things? Because there's the, yeah, so here's the health dials. I'm not going to put the health dials together on here. But, yeah, and then the Brill. And these are the character activation tokens. Those will be put up separate. But, yeah, the health dials will go in there. Okay. Oh, I think I see him. I think the character, I think that's what these are. That's 1, 2, 3. Is it? It is not. Then I don't know what the hell these things are supposed to be. The enemy effect tokens. That's what I thought was on here, but it doesn't quite fit. Slowly putting them back into the slots for now. Maybe it's these? Enemy effect, maybe it's these right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you know what? I actually think those might be it. Because then they can fit. They do fit in there. Okay. Empty, blocked, dangerous. What are the empty, blocked? Oh, that's what I just punched out. Okay. Cool. So I did find where those go. That is what goes in here. Cool. 2, 3, 4. Well, so far, the insert has been nice. We'll see what happens with those basic those basic items, because otherwise it might bum me out. But this seems to be kind of like the enemy tray. And cool. Yeah, and like I said, I'll put the health dials together off camera. But so far, those are all the inserts except for the main one. Then we will be doing move the appropriate. Oh, I already mentioned that. Empty the trays. Set all card packs aside. Remove all packaging material apart from models. Your plastic tray should now be empty. Okay, so now we are doing the next set of trays. Oh God. Oh yeah, and those were the. So here's what we got. Now we have the player's handbook. Ah, yes. First board game I've ever played that actually has a player's handbook like this. It's actually not. Is it leather? Not quite sure if it's leather, but here we go. Oof. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Yes. Look at that. Oh, it looks so dope. Oh man. I've always wanted to play a bard. Yeah, this is fascinating. I'm so stoked to jump into this. I cannot wait. This again feels so much like, playing D&D or whatever it might be. Okay. So now we will said to empty it, right? So is this just one big piece? This is the story tracker thing, which is broken up into two parts. These are the colored rings, which weirdly enough, the blue one is in its own bag. I've never seen that before. I got blue, it's special. And those go right in there. Okay. Yes, and this is where the rest of what would be the acrylic tokens. So, said to remove these boring bitch-ass dice and these ugly piss yellow dice. Never gonna touch those again. Then we got the cards. The silica packet gels. We got the level up things, and then don't know why it says to remove the cards, but I will do so. And oh no, why are you stuck? What the hell are these? So we got some little miniatures, maybe quest markers on the overlay map that you will just pop down, and those are all snug. I think these are the threat markers. It might actually tell me. Danger. So quest, danger, and your party model. So this is I think that's the party model. Kind of like how they did a different shade of Sundrop for that. And these are the danger markers I can't even get out. Oh, well, I broke it. Come on. Oh my god, dude, get the fuck out. There we go. Ugh, jeez. There we go. Very cool, very scary, and very sexy. There, shove you in there. Alright, what do I got? So, we have the... Whoops. You can just go back in there. I'm not going to be using you. What I'm guessing is the quest, and then time trays or time tokens. Haha! They did have a spot for the basic quests. Or the basic items. Somewhere. Yep, they did. I like that. So the basic small items will go here. And then, what did it say? Then you just kind of do as you see fit for the other slots. But hey, I will take it. As long as it all fits in the insert. Yep, so those fit. And then we have the hand items right there. Cool. So I put the hand, armor, and boots in this. Or head, armor, and boots. Small items, and then the hand. Or whatever I said. I don't remember. Okay, HP... Oh, they're HP limit tokens. That's what these are. Alright, so those I will actually need. Didn't really expect them to make. Although I am kind of surprised they didn't make these acrylic. But oh well. Probably would be a little bit overkill. So HP limit tokens go right there. In that corner. Then we have, gotta pull out the acrylic tokens now, the XP limit tokens, or advancement tokens is what they're calling them. But that's what these are. Those are gonna go right in there and fit. It's very full, but it does fit, it doesn't overflow. Then, oh, mobility. These, to show how many spaces you can move. Those go right in there. That's hot. Then the, Divinum. What did I say, Divinity? That's another subpar campaign game that I played. That was kind of started off kind of cool, but then just completely fell apart by the end. Luckily, it wasn't that long. Those are right in there. Oh, I'm so happy that the acrylic tokens fit so far. But now, oh, attribute markers to show what your stats are. Those will go. If anything wasn't gonna fit, it would be these. And that would bum me out because that would be the only thing that doesn't fit. But, moment of truth, this is my last. They do. Oh, thank you, Awaken Realms, for actually making your acrylic tokens fit. And even for people who didn't get the acrylic tokens, they would just have a little bit extra space, and they'd be perfectly fine. So that's hot, love it. Then we have the character effect. So that means I'm pretty much not gonna need this, and I'm gonna need that. Then we have the character effect tokens that are going to go here. So that's what these are. These are to show what effects of yours are in play and where. So that's pretty neat. Although I'm kind of surprised that they don't just have you put them in the pouches. Now I think about it, what are they going to do about the pouches for when you're playing? Because that's what the tuck boxes are for. Let's do the light side right there. Oh, dang it, I missed a yellow. Okay. There we go. It is kind of interesting that this game came in because I've been jonesing to play TTRPG because I stepped away from my old D&D group just because a lot of factors that went into that. Nothing personal. They're all still friends of mine. It was just I'm the only one in that entire group of friends who doesn't have kids. And So whenever I'm there to play D&D, I want to play D&D. I don't want to listen to a bunch of kids running around. And they also, that was one factor. The other factor was also they just were playing once a month, and for 2-3 hours, which just wasn't what I wanted to do when I want to play D&D. I want to play D&D. I want to actually go there, and this is what we're here to do. I'm not using the tarot tokens. I'm using the Brill because I have all the extra stuff for it. But I still want to play, but at the same time, I'm also kind of over D&D. I want to play. I've played Pathfinder a little bit. I actually had a relatively decently long campaign of Pathfinder and loved it, but yeah, unfortunately, just wasn't able to stick that one out. So I really hope this can kind of scratch that itch without having to, deal with kids. Not that I have anything against kids, I just have made the personal decision to not have them for me. And luckily, my girlfriend also doesn't want kids. So that worked out very well. Okay, so what do we got? Personal secret tokens. Do they say... Okay, so we got just one personal secret. That's it. No, they're all right here. And they actually say it. Very nice. Oh, it does say death. Cool. Wonder what these mean. They have different numbers on the back. Again, so far, we'll have to see. I'll have to see how the cards work sleeved. If they fit, they might. That would be the one Achilles heel of Awakened Realms, is that they give you very, very nice sleeved cards, but then just don't give you a way to store them. Okay, so those were the personal secrets. Then we have the achievements, which the achievements go there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we got 9 achievements, which I'm curious if that's like a video game achievements. Are we going to do achievement hunting? Oh, no, there was another personal secret. Affliction. I almost forgot. And then the rest on this sheet are skills, which I will actually keep those in order. And the skills go here. So we got vigilance, survival, stealth. And now I'm getting into the issue of, what do I want to play? Because I usually always go for a gnome spellcaster type. They're my typical favorites. But I've never really done I've actually never done a bard. Actually, no, Iridia I'm playing a bard, and that's been fun. Because I've kind of grown into enjoying the support kind of types. But man, I do really like the idea of playing 2 of the dwarf characters, just heavy-hitting dwarfs. I'm also not using the mobility. And just role-playing that way. And the last sheet... So, okay, I'm down here. So, medicine. But at the same time, you kind of want to think of team comp. But man, it could be really fun story-wise to go we're just twin dwarf brothers that are all off on this investigation. And I was pulling the skill investigation off on this adventure. Intimidation, because you can still be the same race and still be brothers, just not do the same build. Diplomacy, because I can kind of guarantee the kind of build he's going to go, so I can just go kind of the charismatic route. Do all those skills fit? They should. I'm not seeing another spot to put them. Skill, charm. It's getting tight. Yeah. Race, profession, and origin tokens. Let's see. Artistry. If they are going to fit, it's going to be snug as hell. Arcana. Because there's no way that they anticipated... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, there's another spot there. Because there's nothing... Yeah. Alright, that's kind of weird that they had that lifted instead of just making it continue like that. Odd. Maybe just so it'd be easier to grab some. Okay, so they come in threes. Animal handling, of course. And alchemy. Nice. Weird. Yeah. All right, those fit there. Then, are these alphabetical? They are. So these are the race, profession, and origin tokens, and those all go there. Whoops. Scoundrel, Omu Priest, Moonshield, Mage, Life Shaper, Hunter. Oh, all right. These are not alphabetical, so I'm not going to worry about it. Vagabond. Yeah, okay. Well, looks like some of them were alphabetical, but maybe they were alphabetical based off of like the origins and then the skills and whoops. Oh well, I already started. That'll be something for a later Seth to do. I'm also curious if you've made it this far. What you plan on playing and what build you're most excited to actually do. Because I still have yet to figure that out. Ooh, do I want to go with a blank so I can be large? There we go. Okay, they really weren't alphabetical because I just saw like a blank and then I went way down the line and then it was an alph. Okay. Wow. So that all worked out extremely well. And then, yeah, then you just pop this back on here and this one goes there. And, all right, so then we can look at some of the cards. Which, again, I don't think are going to work sleeved. But here are some of the cards for their advancement. Because it has a couple, yeah, with the Barbarian, you have your primary and secondary on it. So there are... You can be a barbarian, a bard, a custodian, a druid, an executor, a fighter, a hunter, life shaper, mage, moonshield, omu priest, and scoundrel. And then I think, oh yeah, these are the different summons you can do. Ooh, bees! Oh man, have you summon bees? That just sounds amazing. And these look... Oh, yeah, the different NPCs or companions. Maybe. from the picture. Orsa the Druid. That's going to be my girlfriend. Neat. Garland the Executor. It's going to be my girlfriend. And, oh, Sileus the Life Shaper. Going to be my girlfriend. Nice. And then Party's Inventory Stash. Oh, that's fun. It's actually like someone almost looks like they're playing the game. And then the player aids. So you have two types of player aids, with one side being the icons and glossary and the other side being your combat. And then you have how you can spend fate and basic actions, and then the terror effects. So those are the larger cards. Surprisingly, not a large amount of cards. And these cards just went... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I forgot about the bag. It is a... Oh, it's the same kind of bag that they had for Castles of Burgundy. So, yeah, this is the bag that you put those chips, the black and white chips. Yeah, looks like it just went down in here. Which, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of those kinds of bags. They like the plastic feeling bags. But yeah. Yeah, no way. No way those are fitting sleeved, because those are already snug enough. So I bet you if I open up that sleeved box, it's probably going to have spots for these, which again, not terrible, but it just, yeah, that, I guess that makes sense, because sleeves add so much room that makes more sense that they wouldn't accommodate for, because I imagine most people don't sleeve their games. I don't know. I would love to know the ratio on that. Okay, then we got some environment cards. More Party's Inventory. Camp cards. Oh, wow. These are all kinds of camp. I don't want to spoil this for, myself or for anyone else, but cool. Yeah, that's a ton of camp cards. So it looks like you can really build out your camp. And these went... Where did these go? Oh, okay, so these were enemy cards. I only have a bunch of camp cards. Am I missing a whole thing of cards? So the camp cards is what they're saying goes here. And then the enemy cards go there, but they're showing more in the yeah, because all right, yeah, these are all camp cards, right? Yeah. Okay, so some of these are kind of the NPCs that are hanging out with you. Yeah, these are all camp cards. I don't know what I don't know what they're meaning by enemy cards, because I actually don't have that many. So, sure. Huh. Weird. Then we have a bunch of enemy activation cards, as well as your own activation. So I wonder how we tell the difference between the two. So this is Chain Lightning. Somebody say PP on it. I wonder if that means. Yeah, huh. Summon for Trial. Inspire. Some of these feel like, yeah, they're your own. Actually, you know what? I'll know. I'll know. Yeah, so these are definitely our cards. Right here. I don't think I'm missing any other card types. I feel like I pulled them all next to me. Yeah. Here's even more cards for us. Yeah, things like minor command insight, clumsy dodge, nimble dodge, limited endurance, exceptional endurance, endurance, bash. Okay, so some of these definitely feel like basic ones, and they all do have an icon on it, so I will probably organize those. Enemy activation cards. Well, those should be coming up, unless there's just a ton of cards for us. Yeah, these are all actions that we can do. Watch, I'm just completely missing enemy activation cards, so I actually can't play the game. And then whatever these partner cards are. Partner. Yeah, so those would go in here as well. Did I put them? Oh, you know, there's the Into the White Well adventure box I didn't open yet. I wonder if that might be where those are, because they're probably, yeah, they're going to be enemies that are specific to that story. Okay. Hopefully they're in there. Otherwise, I have no idea. But yeah, this is just a shit ton of cards that... Fireball! That we can do. That's a lot of cards that definitely don't fit if they were sleeved. So I'm very curious. Because they might say, or somewhere, sometimes they say exactly what the plan is for those. But what does this say to do? So we loaded that. We loaded everything. The player's handbook fits here. The only thing right now that is not fitting super flush is this thing. So, but it fits flush enough, I think. Unless it was supposed to go further. Yeah, further down. Yeah, should fit flush enough. And then last... Alright, load the third tray. Oh, which it already is. Okay. So now, the final third tray contains a space for your character boards, which we can actually look at the character boards, because I haven't done that yet. So, grab the sexy... Okay, yep. So the acrylic tokens did not hinder that at all. Or did it? How did this go? Oh, you know what? Did it? Oh, where does that? Oh, sweet. It does actually show where the tuck boxes go. I can't. Oh my god. What did go there? Alright. Yeah, player's handbook definitely goes there. Character pouch. Oh, okay. Was this originally not a 5-player game? Maybe not. Oh, I'm definitely not playing it at 5. So, one tuck box that I missed actually will go right there. And then I'm begging you. Maybe maybe the player's handbook actually doesn't go on top of that. Maybe it is its own thing. So there we go. Hot. Because then we will put it like so. Does it just go like this. And then this will come here. And then we have these, which are just the different sculpts. I'm not going to pop these out because this video is already insanely long, but here's some of the sculpts for the character classes. So 2 for each type. And looks like they will go like this, but here's more. I don't know what I'm gonna play. That'll probably be, honestly, the first video is just us talking about the characters that we made. So they went like so. And because there's still a few things I need to do, like one, figure out where my sleeved. Oh, do you actually put the adventure that you're playing? But yes, so we can look at one of the character trays, which ooh, that was tight. Love it. All right, so yeah, here's one of the character boards that you play. This is the hot bar that they were talking about, and I'm guessing, I don't know what would go here or here, but yeah, so here's the hot bar. This is where your action cards go, and then your player board goes right here. So your portrait, and then this is where you put your attributes. So you have strength, agility, intelligence, and charisma. This is your XP that you keep track, and that's what those XP advancement tokens. And you put the advancement tokens here. Your Brill and Fate go in here. This is your character's build. This is where boons go, and then your equipment. So it actually looks pretty extensive, and it should, hopefully, with all the tokens and stuff, fit as one, and it's actually a very snug thing. And there are 5 of them that go like this. And then it looks like, okay, it looks like you're pretty much gonna have lid lift, because you'll have your current adventure, which in this case is going to be the Into the White Well. So we can take a look at that, at least at some of it. So Into the White Well is the starting adventure. And there we go. So we have a bag for whatever reason. Here is one. Okay, yep, there's the enemy activation cards and the enemy cards that I was looking for. Whatever the hell this is. Oh, is this a character you can play? Or, oh, it might be an NPC you can find. So I don't want to spoil any of this besides what I just already showed. And then this is where you take the secret sheet and probably your camp sheet. And then here is the adventure book, the story book for the story. Nice. And what it looks like they're wanting you to do is, yeah, I'll keep these out, is take the adventure that you're playing and actually slot it. There's no way. Because there's no way those fit in here. Because... Oh, no, okay. No, I see. Yep, so they are when... I was like... Because then they take the tuck boxes and at first I was thinking they were wanting you to stand them upright. And I was thinking, okay, because I thought that this was larger. Oh, come on, tuck box, slide in. I hate tuck boxes so much. So there's one complaint I have with Iridia, it's the fact that you have tuck boxes, but it's really meant for storage. So then you take it and you put it like that. Okay. And that is, well, again, I'm not going to have you watch me put 4 tuck boxes together. But yeah, so you see the idea. Then you would put 2, 3, and 4. And then take your rule book, and you would pop it on top. And then you will take that, your lid, and you will put it back on. And that is an unboxing of everything that I got for the Lands of Evershade. Well, you know what? Let's hypothetically see how they did that. I know it's just sleeves, but like a lot of their other games, if you don't get an insert for it, then they typically want you to start storing they store your sleeve cards in here. All right, so let's see. Yeah, definitely. So this is where you'd be putting all those 1 cards, the personal attack cards and stuff, and then yeah, definitely looks like that's what we're supposed to do, which is probably what I will do when I decide to sleeve, but I don't know when I'm going to do that. And yeah, so that's probably what's to be expected, is you put all the cards that are in here in there when you sleeve them. Whoops. Okay. Well, that is it, everyone. 2-hour unboxing video that I hope was enjoyable. I know I rambled a bunch of random stuff and probably didn't finish a single thought, but that is okay. I will be doing a series on this one very soon, so if you watch this and you're wondering if that's all I'm doing, nope, there should be the beginning of a new series for it very soon. And if you're wondering, I upload pretty much weekly for my series, unless I basically meet with my friends once a month and we just record all day for a campaign like this, so that gives us a decent amount of content. But it also means that if you're correcting us on anything, we don't get it until or we don't implement it until what seems like a month later, and that's because we have a month of content. But I like to have a steady stream of content for campaigns like this. So yeah, if you're interested, keep an eye out for our campaign of Lands of Evershade. I hope it's as good as I'm expecting it to be. And yeah, let me know what you think of the unboxing and all the content and stuff in the comments below. But like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.